Caitlin Clark turns DoorDash mishap into viral moment for Sydney Colson. The sideline star keeps spirits high with a playful message as Indiana eyes Game 3. The Indiana Fever are back in business. After dropping Game 1 to the Atlanta Dream, Indiana stormed to a 77-60 win Tuesday night, keeping their playoff run alive and reminding fans why this team refuses to fold under pressure. But the Fever's big night wasn't the only thing fans were buzzing about. Hours after the final buzzer, a lighter and much sweeter story took over social media thanks to veteran guard Sydney Colson, a missed cookie order, and a surprise assist from DoorDash. On Wednesday morning, DoorDash posted a video showing Colson receiving an apology in the form of 100 cookies and a handwritten note that read, "Sorry Sid, enjoy your 100 cookies." The company captioned the clip, "Forgive us at Sid Colson," hoping to patch things up after a botched delivery earlier in the week. That's when Caitlin Clark, the Fever's injured star, jumped into the comments. "You guys are so forgiven," she wrote. DoorDash fired back with, "Thank you Queen," before Clark closed the exchange with, "Thank you for plugging everyone W gift cards." Clark finds ways to stay in the spotlight. Even with her season cut short by a right groin strain back in July, Clark hasn't stopped making headlines. The #1 overall pick and one of the league's brightest young stars averaged 16.5 points and 8.8 assists in her second year before the injury, numbers that showed her game was only expanding. Now, sidelined and unable to take the floor, she's become the Fever's unofficial online spark plug. Her quick comment on Colson's viral moment struck the perfect balance of humor and leadership, showing that she remains part of the team's heartbeat, even if she's watching from the sidelines. For the Fever, who weathered injuries all season yet still captured the Commissioner's Cup on July 1st, this viral cookie saga felt like a break in the grind. It was levity. It was bonding. And it was another reminder that Clark's presence stretches well beyond the box score. Indiana now turns its attention to Thursday's decisive Game 3 in Atlanta, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, ESPN2. The Dream enter as 7.5-point favorites according to ESPN BT, but Indiana has already shown they can flip the script when the lights are brightest. In the world of sports, viral moments are often born on the court, dazzling three-pointers, clutch performances, or emotional post-game interviews. But sometimes, they happen in the most unexpected places, like a late-night food delivery gone hilariously wrong. This was the case when Caitlin Clark, the Indiana Fever's rookie superstar, managed to transform a simple DoorDash mishap into one of the funniest viral moments of the WNBA season, and unexpectedly, the star of the show was none other than Las Vegas Aces guard Sydney Colson. It started like any other ordinary night after a long game day. Clark, who has been carrying not just the Fever but much of the WNBA's spotlight on her shoulders, decided to relax with some food delivery. As fans know, she's a self-professed foodie, and her occasional social media posts about her guilty pleasure meals have only added to her relatability. But this time, instead of receiving her carefully chosen order, Clark ended up with someone else's dinner, a bag stuffed with wings, fries, and a strange note scribbled with, "For Sid." At first, she thought nothing of it. Mistakes happen. But when she flipped open the receipt tucked inside the bag, her jaw dropped. The name attached to the order? Sydney Colson. For those unfamiliar, Sydney Colson is one of the WNBA's funniest personalities, a veteran guard, a locker room comedian, and the self-proclaimed content queen of the league. She's notorious for her antics on social media, roasting teammates, and making even press conferences feel like stand-up routines. So here was Caitlin Clark, a rookie sensation known for her intense focus and competitive fire, suddenly face-to-face with a DoorDash delivery mix-up tied to one of the league's biggest jokesters. And what did Clark do? She grabbed her phone and turned it into content gold. The Instagram story that broke the internet. Clark posted a series of Instagram stories, starting with a shot of the mystery bag. The caption read, "Ordered a sandwich and fries, got this instead. At Sid Colson, you hungry?" Within minutes, fans were flooding the comments. The combination of Clark's deadpan delivery and the hilarious coincidence of Colson's name on the receipt made it feel like the universe had scripted the whole thing. But Clark didn't stop there. A second video showed her taste testing one of the fries from the bag. "Well, at least Sid has good taste," she said, raising an eyebrow before laughing into the camera. That was all it took. Screenshots spread across Twitter, now X. TikTok edits popped up pairing Clark's reaction with Colson's funniest moments, and fans started creating memes imagining Caitlyn and Sydney as reluctant DoorDash roommates. Enter Sydney Colson. Of course, Sydney Colson herself couldn't resist jumping into the chaos. Within an hour, she reposted Clark's story with her own twist. Not Caitlyn stealing my dinner. Rookies these days isich. Then came the follow-up video, a staged press conference, where Colson sat at a table with a mic, holding an empty DoorDash bag. First of all, I'd like to thank DoorDash for giving Caitlyn the opportunity to discover how great my food choices are. Second, Caitlyn, you owe me a 10-piece wing combo with extra ranch. Third, this league will never be the same now that my lunch has gone viral. The clip spread like wildfire, even landing on ESPN's social feeds with the caption, "When DoorDash becomes the WNBA's funniest crossover." A lesson in chemistry. Beyond the laughs, fans quickly realized something deeper was happening here. The WNBA thrives not just on elite competition but on the unique personalities of its players. Colson has long been the league's comedic relief, but Clark's involvement in the viral moment gave fans a new side of her. Clark has often been portrayed as fiery, laser-focused, and sometimes even overly intense. While that competitive drive is exactly what makes her special on the court, it can overshadow her human side. This DoorDash saga allowed fans to see Caitlyn in a new light, playful, quick-witted, and willing to laugh at the absurdity of life. In a way, Colson and Clark couldn't be more different. One is a seasoned vet who has carved out her niche as a locker room entertainer, and the other is a rookie phenom expected to carry the mantle of women's basketball into a new era. But this unexpected collision of personalities created a refreshing, unscripted moment of unity that fans adored. Memes, merch, and momentum. It didn't take long for the internet to turn the mishap into meme-worthy content. Some fans photoshopped Clark and Colson onto a DoorDash delivery scooter, others imagined the two launching a podcast called For Sid, and one viral TikTok even remixed Clark's "At Least Sid Has Good Taste" into a dance track. Colson, always the opportunist, leaned into it further. A week later, she debuted a t-shirt design that read, "Caitlyn ate my wings," with cartoon illustrations of fries and basketballs. It sold out within hours. Clark herself reposted the merch drop with a crying laughing emoji, proving she was fully in on the joke. The moment had snowballed far beyond a mistaken delivery.